So I've gotten some requests from guys asking to just kind of update on how the business has been going within this first year. So I have several points that I wanted to go over. Just taking the step to get your contractor's license in the first place is a huge decision. I've talked to so many of my former coworkers now that I've gotten my contractor's license and started working for myself and everything. I've gotten so many of those guys who have called me and said, man, I'm thinking about doing it too. How'd you do that? And you just let them know, hey, start with this step right here. Like I actually filled out my application for my California contractor's license, submitted it, and then I went to this place called Contractors Intelligence School and bought their $500 program, so that it will basically go over all of the law and business studies with you. It will also go over all of the trade testing material as well for you. So you take a crap load of tests until you pass them over and over and over and over and over, and you're sick and tired of taking tests online. Like, these guys even have an app on the phone that makes it super convenient for you to just go on there and take these tests multiple times on there. When you have any downtime, you just sit there, take a test, and if you can pass all those tests with 90% or better, you're going to go into that California state license testing area, and you're going to get your you're going to pass that test, because you will have seen those questions on those tests so many times on the practice test that you've taken. It's going to be pretty amazing. You're going to feel great when you walk out of that door the first time and said, damn, I went and passed my test. So that's for California state licensing. So that's all I really know about. So then once I passed my test, I still had to wait another month before I could get my actual contract license number, and you can't start working until you've got your number. So that sucked, that was awful. That was an awful moment. You go and pass your test, and then they go and tell you, yeah, it's going to be another month while we process your contractor's license number. So the other fun part about getting your business up and going is finding the right insurance. Now that I've been in the business for a while, I can't tell you how many commercial insurance companies approach me all the time trying to get me to buy their insurance. And all I can say is, that first time you go out there, if you don't have anybody that you were already going to go with for commercial insurance, referrals, ask around. Anybody who can give you a good referral to a good company. We just went with that. So we went with a lady in the Elk Grove area, and she was able to get us our general liability. We were able to obtain $1 million of general liability insurance for a pretty good price. We needed $1 million of general liability in order to be able to work with, well, at first we thought we were going to work with some home warranty companies, but we never actually did any work for any of the home warranty companies. I ended up getting too much business on my own to have to worry about, those companies who aren't even going to pay you well for your time and efforts. So that's probably a different video. But also, if you're going to do work for property management companies, we do get quite a bit of business for property management companies, and they pay us retail price for all the stuff, all the work that we do. I don't get a lot of installs from them because I think my install prices are too high for those guys. I haven't won one bid yet, and I am not going to lower my prices just to win bids from them. So that is also another video. But the insurance, I was able to obtain workers' compensation. If you're just on your own here in California, then all you need is a waiver, but you still need that. You still have to have gone to an insurance agent and gotten that, get a waiver of liability for workers' compensation, and you have to show that proof before you go get your contractor's license. That kind of information you need to keep on hand. Your workers' compensation, you're going to want to keep that on hand, because anytime you file for a building permit, mechanical permit for an install or something like that, you're going to need to show proof of workers' compensation. Workers' compensation has proven to be a one of our biggest expenses. We only have one employee right now, and we don't have any accidents on hand either. So that, you know, any accidents that have been claimed or filed, knock on wood, but they're still taking 20% of anything we pay. Any commissions, any payroll, any bonuses, they still require us to pay an additional 20%. We get taxed on that. So workers' compensation has proven to be a big dent in our pocketbook, and that's why you know, our prices are what they are, and that's why I'm not gonna lower my prices on installs, because I need that money to pay my bills, and that's the real deal. You know, going into business, you can think it's easy to think that you know, I go change a capacitor for $60 because you know, it only cost me $5, but that's a joke, and it's going to be hard to stay in business. And I know I'm going to offend some people by saying that, and I apologize. It's just my opinion. And but when I charge $9,000, $10,000 for a residential HVAC replacement, that's because payroll, insurance, workers' compensation, all that stuff, it's called overhead, and you need to figure that into your pricing as you're building your company. I quickly realized that my first couple installs were priced very low. I was winning, like, I don't know, 80% of the bids that I was putting out there. And I realized real quickly, I should be selling these jobs for more money. Like, I was making good money on them. Yeah, they say if you're winning more than 30% of your bids, you're probably not priced correctly. And I feel like I've got it a little bit more dialed in now. Because if I'm winning all of my bids, then I'm missing money. Yeah, I'm working, but you're gonna your company's gonna benefit more being priced the right way, so that later on down the road, when you have to come back and do warranty work or anything like that, that's already been paid for. So the you know, the insurance is just the next aspect that you know, you definitely got to pay for it, but you got to realize, you're going to quickly realize that it costs so much. You got to price that in there so that you're able to make up your money and grow your business. Not just pay the bills, but price it so that you can grow your business as well. And we learned that pretty quickly in this first year, that you can price things to get the job, but you have to price you have to price stuff so that your company will grow as well. So that's about it for this video on how it's gone for my company. I could make a really long one video or kind of chop this up into separate videos, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and just separate it into a couple different videos. So we'll have a little series here on how my company has grown and how it's done so far this first year. We're making great progress. I'm super happy with how the company's gone. I just can't wait for all this potential growth that I see in the future coming up. So for now, that's it on this video on obtaining your contractor's license and getting your insurance, workers' comp down. If you have any questions, please post them down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm always wanting to hear from all you guys out there on how your businesses are doing. And any of you who are currently technicians now, who are looking to become contractors, any questions you have, just give me a call and I'll be happy to call or text me at 916-877-1577 anytime. I'm always available. So text is probably great, and we'll see you guys on the next video.